Okay guys, we're gonna do a full glowy summer makeup look today. The focus of this makeup look is very youthful, glowy, anything to make us just look like we've been kissed by the sun and that we're young and fresh and all the things. And I'm 28 in 4 days. Just had the realization that I'm turning 28 in 4 days. And also for those of you who say that I'm chatty, I'm a Gemini, so do with that information what you will. But as I get into my late 20s, I'm starting to focus more on how to make myself look youthful with makeup as opposed to aging myself with makeup. So I have a few little tricks in here that I think add to a youthful look. So without further ado, if you would like to see how I achieve this makeup look and how you can maybe apply some of the tips and tricks and maybe try it yourself, then keep watching. Okay, so starting out with my Armani Beauty Primer. This is the best primer I've ever used. You guys are probably gonna notice that I'm using a ton of Armani Beauty products, and this is in no way sponsored by Armani Beauty. They're not having me post a YouTube video, nothing like that. I did do a collab with them though, and they sent me a bunch of their products, which I really like getting sent products by makeup brands because then I'm able to test out so many more different products that I wouldn't have necessarily gone out and bought myself and then share my favorites with you guys. Then using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze with a disposable spoolie. I'm gonna brush these brows up and kind of like diagonally out toward like the temple. And then I smooth them out on the top. Just realized I hadn't clipped my hair back, so let's clip her back, shall we? Now using my Fluid Sheer Glow Enhancer. These are really, really nice for creating that glow underneath the rest of the makeup, and this one is in shade 10. I'm also going to be putting all of the shades that I use in the description below. Now using my Luminous Silk Armani Beauty Foundation. I just like pump it onto my face. I don't know if that's right, but anyway, I just blend that out, and I'm going to avoid like my nose and like inner cheek area for this specific look, and I'll explain why in a little bit. Blend it into the neck as well. Now using my Luminous Silk Concealer, I'm gonna put that on this inner part of my cheeks and right here in the middle of my eyebrows, drag it down the nose, on the sides of the nose, under here, on the chin, little here, and we're gonna carve out the cheekbones. I always blend out with a brush. I explained this in my last makeup tutorial, but I always blend out with a brush. I don't use a beauty blender, and that's just my method. I think that it works a lot better, especially with silicone-based makeup. I also blend it onto my eyelids as well. I'm adding a little bit more to the sides of my nose because they're looking a little bit dark, and I like just using the concealer in the middle, especially for this makeup look because it gives kind of like a brighter, fresher look. And then we're also gonna go in and bring freckles back out. And I think that when you do just concealer in the middle, it just works better. Now going in with my Makeup by Mario contour stick, I'm just gonna put that like basically on my cheekbone. So I'm not gonna like go under the cheekbone. You wanna put it on your cheekbone, like right where you feel it poking out, because that really lifts the face, whereas putting it under can kind of drag the face down. And then I'm gonna put it on my jawline. This part does wonders. And then underneath the jawline as well, around the forehead, and a little bit right here. Carve it out. Again with the same brush, I'm blending, and then I'm blending upward on these cheeks. I'm blending into the hairline with the contour so that you don't have like a white ring on your scalp. Now going in with a product that I absolutely love, the Luminous Silk Cheek Tint. This one's in shade 53. I'm obsessed with these cheek tints. I love, love, love this color. They're so, so pretty. I just put them all over the cheek, and I kind of really add on a lot because this is a summer makeup look and we want to look sun-kissed. Again with the makeup brush, but I do this part in more of a tapping motion. And I also put some up on my forehead and on the chin a little bit. I almost forgot that I also use my contour stick to contour my nose. And I use this little flat brush. It's like a fluffy flat brush. And I just take it right on the stick and I put it right where I wanna make my nose look like a little button. And I'm blending it out as I'm doing this. And then I'll drag some up inward from the edge of my nose. So not on like the outside of my nose, like more more like we're making it a little bit skinnier, and then blend it out a little bit. Now I'm taking another shade of the Chic tint. This is shade 62, and I'm just gonna put it right over here a little bit. It's a little bit of a darker color, and tap away on that too. Just adding some dimension and the rosiness to our cheeks. And again on the forehead and the chin. Now taking my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. This is the talc-free one. I'm gonna put that on the sides of my nose, under my eyes. Oh my God, my eye is watering so much. I have like a watery eye. My left eye waters so much, and like I always look like I'm crying. Let's just dab that away with some powder. And on the forehead, I basically just wanna set the spots that get really shiny. I feel like I have a hair. I get pretty, where's this hair? Anyway, I get pretty oily, especially in the summer when I'm like sweating and stuff. And I want to make sure that the spots that get oily, specifically here, I wanna make sure those don't get too shiny. We wanna look glowy, but we don't wanna look like a sweaty mess in places that it's not cute to be sweaty. Like, I wish that I sweat like right here. That would be ideal, but I don't know anybody that just like nicely sweats right here. And if you do, bless you, you are the favorite. You're the chosen one. So I'm gonna let this part sit for a while around my nose and cheek area, because that's the part that really, really, really needs to set. Also putting it on the outside of my nose, it helps to do the whole snatching of the nose. So if you let that set, your nose is gonna look more snatched than if you don't. Coffee break. Once again, I put cocoa in my coffee. I'll put cocoa in my coffee jar or cup or whatever, and then I'll put hot coffee into it to melt the cocoa. I also do cinnamon a lot of the time. And then I'll put ice into it after that, because you need the hot coffee in there to melt the cocoa, and then the ice afterward has to go in there, otherwise it like clumps up on the ice. But somebody asked me to like go into that a little bit, so yeah, that's what I do. But then I get the ice melting a lot of the time, so you win some, you lose some. It still is cold, and especially because it's a mason jar and a glass straw. Cocoa, I learned this from Ian Somerhalder, Damon Salvatore. If you watch Vampire Diaries, you know him. And he said that the cocoa really helps the caffeine like have a delayed effect, so like it lasts all day, plus it just makes your coffee taste like chocolate. So that's my little spiel on my coffee that I'm drinking. I'm gonna take my NARS Laguna bronzer. This is a deeper shade than I used in a previous video, and I actually bought this deeper shade by mistake, thinking it was the shade that I was using before, but I really, really like it. So getting scent makeup and also accidentally buying makeup that you don't normally use, great way to test new products. This is really deep, so a little bit on me goes a long way, but it has that beautiful like bronzy kind of reddish little bit of a tint to it, and it makes you look so sun-kissed. I'm obsessed with it. So I'm gonna put that on my cheeks, and I keep it high, like where I kept the contour, and it does go over where you put the blush a little bit. But I'm gonna put it on my cheeks, my forehead. We're basically gonna frame the whole face with this. I feel like contouring is basically you're creating the shadows, and then the bronzer really warms up everything. It warms up the whole face. So it's a good duo to do the cream contour with the powder bronzer. We are starting to glow. Like, ooh, 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 okay. This is the part of doing my makeup where I really start to see it come together and I get excited. So, woo. Before I forget about my nose contour again, I'm gonna use that same little fluffy brush that I did the contour with, dab that into the bronzer a little bit and lightly go over it, because a little bit, okay, I keep getting hairs on my things, okay. Because like I said, a little bit goes a long way. So you want to make sure that you don't overdo it. But then again, sometimes when you kind of overdo it on the little button part, it looks really cute. That's a preference thing. So if you wanna go a little bit lighter than I do, or even heavier than I do, it's all up to preference. Just make sure you just don't have like a prominent stripe on your nose, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and then I put it a little bit under here, and I've like go around the sides a little bit too. Create that cute little circular button, and then upward. The setting powder is a really nice guide for doing this. And then I use my finger to blend a lot. Okay, I'm taking off the setting powder around my nose with my little powder puff, and I'm gonna like tap it on my nose a little bit just to make sure that we're very blended. Now I'm gonna go in with my Luminous Silk Glow Blush. This is in shade 11, which seems like a really pale shade, but when I actually tried it and put it on, it is so beautiful. So I'm gonna take this like pointier, fluffier side of this dual brush and dab this all over my cheeks. Oh my gosh, it is the prettiest color. It has a little bit of peachiness to it, which I think is so perfect for the summer. A perfect summer glow blush, and I put that all over my forehead too. I really blush up for the summer glowy look. So on my chin, we're putting it literally everywhere. Just like the sun has kissed me everywhere. It's given me little kisses all over my face. And I also put a little bit on my nose because that is where I get a lot of natural rosiness on my face. I love it. I'm gonna use my Precisely My Brow Benefit Eyebrow Pencil, whatever, in shade 4, and starting with this actually on my nose to bring my freckles back out. So just where I naturally have freckles, I'm gonna bring them back out with this pencil. I don't really overdo it. I used to definitely overdo it when I would do this. I try to not overdo it now. And my hack to making this look really cute with the contour and everything you did to your nose is to not put them too far on the sides of your nose. Really focus in the center. So like where you buttoned your nose, and then I also get freckles like on the bridge of my nose. So that's where I'm gonna focus it. I do them really subtly because I don't want it to be like, boom, you have freckles. I just want it to be like my freckles are showing through my makeup. And I think freckles are so cute, especially in the summer. And in this camera, you can probably barely see them. I see them a little bit more in person, but that just is a testament to kind of how subtle I go on them. And then I also get a freckle right here. So I'm going to bring that out a little bit because we love natural freckles. And I think having like a random freckle on your face that maybe gets covered up by makeup, if you bring it back out, I think it's just so cute. It's like a little unique thing about you. So if you have that, my suggestion, at least for this type of makeup look, bring it back out. It's cute. We love seeing uniqueness on people, you know? Going back in with my brow pencil for my brows, I'm gonna just fill them in a little bit and I'm gonna straighten them out a little bit. Straightening out the brows and putting some underneath the arch creates a more youthful look, and I feel like that's a very summery vibe, is to look youthful, and a little bit to the outer part of them. Just gonna give them another brush. I'm also gonna just go over them a little bit to make sure that they haven't been like covered up by some powder or anything like that. Just bring back their color. And I think that not doing too much to the brows just really makes this look a little bit more natural. And I think that's what summer makeup's kind of about, is just looking kind of like natural, glowy. Once again, sun-kissed. Take a drink every time I say sun-kissed. Guys, I'm still crying. Oh my God. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in with my NARS bronzer, and I'm gonna use a little fluffy brush to do my eyes, and this is gonna be our eyeshadow. So I first focus it in the center of the eye, and then I'm gonna use a bigger fluffy brush to blend it out. So now going in with my bigger fluffy brush to blend it out. Now going back in with my little fluffy flat brush that I use to contour my nose. I'm gonna take a little bit of that bronzer and put it underneath the eyes, make them pop a little bit. Now using this Super Dirty The One palette by Lawless, I'm gonna be using this shade right here, and that's what I'm gonna do my eyeliner with. So I'm just gonna do like a little basic wing on the top of the eye and underneath. So I'm gonna do a double wing, but we're using this like light bronzy color. Just a very simple basic wing. Okay, now I'm gonna do the wing under my eye. So I just start at the corner and make it parallel with the one on the top. And the beautiful part about doing eyeliner with eyeshadow is that when you mess up, it's so easy to fix just with your fingers or a Q-tip. And what I like about doing eyeliner under the eye as well, it kind of makes it look like a shadow from your eyelashes. And I'm gonna add that into my inner corner as well, like just a little underneath and a little on top, just barely. Now using my Too Faced mascara, and I use a brown mascara, I'm gonna focus that on the outside lashes the most. I do my top and my bottom lashes to make the eyes big and bright. And for this tutorial, I'm also not going to be using fake lashes. I didn't use fake lashes when I recently wore this makeup out, and I really liked the look. I thought it looked super youthful and pretty, so no fake lashes here today. We're just going with mascara. But if you want fake lashes, by all means, go for it, girl. Now with my Luminous Silk Glow Blush in shade 50, this is very much like a highlighty shade of blush, and my little Rare Beauty highlighter brush. I'm gonna put that on the tops of my cheeks, a little bit around the eyebrows. I recently learned that putting some highlighter around your eyebrows is a hack to adding some youth to your face. I actually saw this on, funny enough, an astrology TikTok where a girl was talking about Sagittarius risings, which I am a Sagittarius rising, and she's like, here's how I'd do your makeup if I was a Sagittarius rising. And she talked about that, and then I saw a couple more videos about doing that highlight around the eyebrows, so I was like, cool. And then of course, a little on the tip of the nose. We want that thing to just bing. Why not do a little on the lip? Why the hell not? Okay, I made a wee bit of a boo-boo. I would have normally sprayed my face to set it before I did my mascara, but I forgot. So I'm gonna go spray my face now, hope that my mascara doesn't transfer onto my eyelids, and if it does, I'll just get it with a Q-tip, whatever. But I use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless, whatever, I'll link it below, that setting spray, and then I blow dry it with my Dyson on the cool setting and at full blast. So I explained this in a previous vlog, but I'm gonna go do that really quick because that's my bathroom. Okay, good news, mascara did not transfer. So now we're gonna go on to lips. Little hack to making your lips look nice and plump. I'm going back in with, again, this little flat fluffy brush and my NARS bronzer. And I'm gonna put a little bit under my lips, like just in the center. And a little bit above. It does a little something, just makes your lips look a little bit more full, a little bit taller. So now going in with my Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Liner in Rosy Brown, I'm going to outline my lips and kind of fill them in a little bit. Actually, like fill them in a decent amount. And I do flatten out my Cupid's bow a little bit, which again is a youthful look. So the theme of today is youth. And I tuck it in. I don't bring it out, I tuck it in. Some girls like to bring it out. It makes me look like the Joker, so I don't do that. I tuck it into the corner. And I do fill it in all over my top lip. And then I do the same on the bottom, tuck it into the corner. And I fill this one in about halfway. Now using my Lip Power lipstick in shade 104, I hit that all over my lip. And it's a very light color, so I like using the Tarte lip liner for that type of color to show through. But the main character of these lips is this lipstick. Now this is kind of a potent light lip color and it's very glossy, so then I blot it because I like my lips to be pretty matte. I think matte lips look best on me. And we're left with this really pretty gradient effect of the darker on the outside going into the lighter inside, and it's more of a natural looking lip than my typical lip color, which is more of a dark lip. So all right, and this makeup look is complete. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, please let me know. I would love to do them. So anyway, until my next video, you guys can find me on Instagram, TikTok. I post a lot of my outfits, pretty much all my outfits, to LTK, some to Shop My, and I'm pretty active on Pinterest. So you can find me on there until the next one. But until I see you guys again, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, big yawn. You know, I wanted to say goodbye to. Bye, guys. Bye. See you later.